Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Stange and I am so grateful to have this opportunity to present my senior thesis, which is a review of the literature on treatments for pediatric obsessive compulsive disorder. So let's look at the introduction of what obsessive compulsive disorder is. It's also known as OCD, and it is a psychiatric disorder where one experiences unwanted obsessions, compulsions, or both. Approximately 1 to 3 children are diagnosed with OCD, and for these children, it is recommended that treatment starts with cognitive behavioral therapy, also known as CBT, or CBT in combination with a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, also known as an SSRI, depending on the severity. And according to March's research in 1995 and Abramowitz and colleagues' research in 2005, it was found that CBT in combination with pharmacotherapy is extremely effective in treating OCD in children and adolescents. So the purpose of this literary review was to examine what treatment approaches are most effective in treating children and adolescents diagnosed with OCD. This has been done through measuring changes from baseline to post-therapeutic intervention scores from the Children's Yale-Brown Obsessive Compulsive Scale, also known as the CYBOCS. The treatment approaches that I have assessed are CBT alone, CBT combined with pharmaceuticals, and pharmaceuticals alone. So with these findings, hopefully mental health professionals could become more knowledgeable in ways to effectively treat their clients once diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder. So moving on to the big table in the middle, I know it's really difficult to see because of the way this has to be recorded, unfortunately, but I analyzed 11 articles total, 8 articles of which had data on participants undergoing CBT alone, 6 articles on participants undergoing CBT combined with pharmaceuticals, and 8 articles on participants being given pharmaceuticals alone. And you can see that everything is assorted by the researcher, participant groups, therapeutic approach, and CYBOCS scores showing baseline scores and post-intervention scores. I created 3 graphs based on each therapeutic approach, showing changes in baseline to post-intervention according to their CYBOCS scores. So for some context, the CYBOCS scores range from 1 to 40, 1 being subclinical and 40 being severe. For articles focusing on CBT alone, the average symptom reduction from baseline to post-intervention was 11.18. For articles focusing on CBT with pharmaceuticals, the average symptom reduction was 11.40. And lastly, for articles focusing on pharmaceuticals alone, the average symptom reduction was 6.8. So overall, through my analysis, CBT with pharmaceuticals seemed to be the most effective treatment for symptom reduction in pediatric OCD, which fully supports March's research in 1995 and Abramowitz and colleagues' research in 2005. Future reviews on the effective treatments for pediatric OCD could include more studies to better conduct a quantitative analysis for baseline and post-treatment, and more measurement skills could also be used, considering that the CYBOCS is not the only skill used to measure symptoms of OCD. There are many out there. So overall, the review found that CBT with pharmaceuticals is the most effective treatment for reducing OCD symptoms in children and adolescents. Thank you.